Legendary rock and roll singer Tina Turner passes away at age 83. After a protracted illness, Tina Turner, a pioneer of rock and roll who rose to fame as a pop icon in the 1980s, passed away at the age of 83. Her health had declined recently. She received a diagnosis of intestinal cancer in 2016 and underwent kidney transplantation in 2017. Mick Jagger said that Turner's high-kicking, energizing live performances served as inspiration for his stage character because of how she confirmed and accentuated black women's early role in rock and roll. After spending 2 decades making music with her controlling husband Ike Turner, she went it alone and, after a few false starts, with the release of the album Private Dancer, became one of the key pop idols of the 1980s. 3 memoirs, a biography, a jukebox musical, and the acclaimed documentary film Tina all provided accounts of her life. Her spokesman, Bernard Doherty, released the following statement on Wednesday night: Tina Turner, the Queen of Rock and Roll, passed away peacefully today at the age of 83 following a protracted illness in her home in Küsnacht, Switzerland, close to Zurich. She leaves behind a musical legend and a role model for the world. For The Guardian in 2018, academic Daphnia Brooks stated, Turner's musical character has always been a charged combination of mystery as well as light, melancholy mixed with a ferocious vitality that often flirted with danger. Turner was up near Nutbush, Tennessee, where she recalls picking cotton with her family as a young child. Turner was born Annemie Bullock on November 26, 1939. As a teenager, she talked or rather sang her way into Ike's band in St. Louis after singing in the little town's church choir. He had first turned her down until he overheard her take the stage during a Kings of Rhythm performance to sing B.B. King's You Know I Love You. Ike gave her the name Tina Turner after seeing her vocal prowess and registered the name as a trademark in case she left him and he wanted to replace her in his show. When Turner attempted to leave the group early on after getting a feel of his erratic nature, he beat her with a wooden shoe stretcher. He immediately turned nasty. The moment Ike realized I was going to be his source of income, my relationship with him was doomed, Turner writes in her 2018 memoirs My Love Story. He needed to have psychological and financial control over me so I could never leave him. With the Ike and Tina Turner single A Fool in Love, which broke the U.S. Top 30 and began a series of solid chart success, she made her recorded debut under the moniker in July 1960. However, it was their live performances that propelled them to fame. Due to their economic success, Ike aggressively traveled the Ike and Tina Turner Revue on the Chitlin circuit, performing in front of crowds that included people of different races. Their first album to chart was Live, The Ike and Tina Turner Show, which was released in 1964 by Warner Bros. Imprint Lomer Records. Several of the biggest names in rock courted the pair throughout the second half of the 1960s. They supported the Rolling Stones in the UK and then the US, and celebrities like David Bowie, Sly Stone, Cher, Elvis Presley, and Elton John visited their Las Vegas residency. Phil Spector produced the 1966 single River Deep, Mountain High. They were a powerhouse on the charts and Grammy winners in the 1970s, but their run came to an end when Turner split up with Ike in 1976 because he had been abusive and disloyal on a regular basis. She appeared as Acid Queen, a character with the same name as her second solo record, in the 1975 film adaptation of The Who's rock opera Tommy, which served as her final single with the group. Turner only received 2 cars and the rights to her theatrical name as part of the divorce, which was finally settled in 1978. She claimed in the documentary Tina that Ike fought a little bit because he knew what I would do with it. Turner, who had already released 2 solo records, continued to pursue a solo career, but it would take her until the release of her 5th album, 1984's Private Dancer, for her to replace the previous image of the shimmying rock and roller with one of a powerful, mullet-sporting, leather-clad pop icon and avoid being prematurely relegated to the oldies circuit. She referred to Private Dancer as her debut in the film Tina. I don't think of it as a return, she declared. Tina had never shown up. Turner attributed the positive influence of Buddhism, particularly the practice of chanting, on her life in the 1980s. She co-starred with Mel Gibson in 1985's Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, a film unrelated to music. Her 1986 global smash I, Tina, which was eventually made into the 1993 movie What's Love Got to Do with It, starring Angela Bassett as Turner, was her debut book. She sang the Golden Eye theme song in 1995 for the James Bond movie. While she will return to the stage in 2008 to perform with Beyoncé at the Grammy Awards and for a final tour to honor 50 years of her career, Turner declared her retirement in 2000, a year after releasing her final solo album, 24/7. It was undeniably over at that point. In 2019, she admitted to the New York Times, "I was just tired of singing and making everyone happy. I had only ever done that in my life." Together with Phillida Lloyd, Turner worked on the 2018 Broadway and West End debut of the musical Tina, which went on to win the Laurence Olivier and Tony Awards. Turner remarked of the show, "This musical is not about my popularity. It concerns my travels to get there. Every night, I want viewers to leave the theater with the knowledge that medicine may be made from poison. Turner frequently said that she did not identify with the invincible reputation that others gave her. According to her, being a strong person is not necessarily something she aspires to be. My life was miserable. I just carried on. You simply keep walking and wait for anything to happen. Turner became the first singer to have a UK Top 40 success in 7 straight decades in 2020 thanks to a remix of her 1984 single What's Love Got to Do With It by the Norwegian producer Kygo. 30 years after Ike and Tina Turner's entrance, she was given a solo induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2021. Erwin Bach, a German music businessman, was Turner's second spouse. After 27 years of dating, they got married in July 2013 and settled in Switzerland. Turner gave up her U.S. citizenship in 2013 to become a Swiss citizen. Craig Raymond Turner, her firstborn, passed away in July 2018. Turner stated last year that her other son Ronnie left the world far too early when he passed away at the age of 62. Ike Turner Jr. and Michael Turner, two of Ike Turner's sons whom she adopted, are her surviving children. Turner admitted to having some significant health issues in 2020, but stated her last 10 years had embodied her idealized picture of bliss. Having an unwavering, hopeful spirit that can shine, no matter what, comes from having true and lasting happiness, she remarked. I've succeeded in achieving that, and my biggest desire is to assist others in achieving genuine happiness.